Hello everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain News Club. We have several developments in XRP world. Let's dive right into it. First up, Ripple's native coin has not lately moved in an unexpected manner. Instead, XRP has fallen by about 12% in the last 30 days. XRP fell 3% during today's early trading hours. The token is currently trading at $0.3364 at the time of writing. XRP also had a trading volume of $691.2 million in the previous 24 hours. Its market capitalization is currently $16.93 billion, placing the token in 6th place in the coin market cap list of crypto assets. The XRP price movement still contains certain characteristics of insecurity and unpredictability. XRP's price has risen to roughly 35 cents in the last 3 days, indicating modest fluctuation. Through its price movement, the currency demonstrated a strong presence of bulls. However, XRP was unable to maintain its regained value, and the coin plummeted below 33 cents. During the same course of time, several XRP transactions have occurred, according to Whale Alert, an on-chain data service. Within 24 hours, crypto whales moved around 385 million XRP to crypto exchanges. In today's market pricing, the total value of the tokens is over $131 million. Aside from the largest single transaction, the data source observed that numerous whales had transferred around 70 million XRP tokens to various crypto exchanges. The value is around $25.6 million. According to the research, the majority of transfer operations cost $10.1 million on Bitstamp. Furthermore, one of the whales transferred XRP tokens worth around $11.8 million to the Bitso crypto market. An unidentified crypto whale is said to have acquired up to 35.1 million XRP coins. The transaction took place on the Bitso market during the current XRP price drop. As a consequence, the whale amassed Ripple coins valued around $11.8 million. Notably, the data provider reported the greatest single transaction from a whale, which comprised the transfer of almost 280 million XRP tokens. The tokens are valued at around $95.4 million. We could expect some spikes in the XRP price in the coming days or weeks. Get ready for some action, folks. Moving on. Several spot trading pairs, including SHIB/GBP, Alpha/BNB, ASTR/ETH, CELR/ETH, and DAR/ETH, have been withdrawn and no longer trade on Binance. Customers will, however, be able to access the tokens provided in these spot trading pairings through other trading alternatives on the exchange. Binance hopes to enhance its consumers' experience by deleting the aforementioned trade pairings. Bitmart, one of the most popular cryptocurrency trading platforms, has introduced support for the XRP coin. It may now be exchanged against the Tether, USDT, stablecoin. Bitmart broadened its digital asset offering by listing the Ripple affiliated coin, allowing XRP holders to access more exchanges in a more efficient manner. Meanwhile, despite delisting XRP in December 2020, some major cryptocurrency exchanges, including Coinbase, are still not trading it. The SEC indicated at the time that it will take legal action against Ripple for allegedly selling unregistered securities. According to an ex-Ripple executive, XRP buybacks are not feasible. Jimmy Valet, managing director at Valhall Capital, recently commented about the XRP coin, stating that if the SEC is beaten in court, the Ripple-affiliated cryptocurrency might be bought back. Previously, Valet said that the token may eventually reach $35,000 in value. However, the majority of the XRP community does not share the same upbeat outlook. Ripple's former director of developer relations, Matt Hamilton, argues that there is no situation in which a repurchase makes any logical sense, and that Valet's statements are mere fiction. Whale movement and a $35,000 price prediction. Is it just a coincidence? Up next. Following Ripple's MENA expansion, the XRP price is poised for a future rally. Ripple's XRP-based on-demand liquidity, ODL, technology, which is widely used outside of the United States. In an interview, Naveen Gupta, Ripple's managing director for South Asia and the Middle East and North Africa, stated that ODL is accessible in over 90% of the $6 trillion daily foreign currency market. Gupta further stated that XRP-based technology is gaining popularity in the Middle East and North Africa, MENA, region. We've seen a lot of interest from institutions across MENA in adopting on-demand liquidity, ODL, to support their remittance services, and we already have local payment service providers like ctypro using the solution to enable transfers between the UAE and other countries around the world. We have agreements with numerous top banks in the area, including SHIB in Saudi Arabia and QNB in Qatar, the executive said, adding that Ripple expects additional expansion in the region. We are also collaborating with local payment service providers like ctypro and Lulu Money, who use Ripple's crypto technology to allow worldwide currency transfers. According to Gupta, Ripple Net's overall payment volume has climbed by more than $15 billion in the previous year, while worldwide ODL volume has increased ninefold year on year. Ripple is finding an open approach regarding the usage of cryptocurrencies for remittances and treasury payments in the United Arab Emirates, in particular. Gupta has lately noted that traditional financial institutions are growing more comfortable with the concept of accepting cryptocurrency. While conventional financial institutions have been slower to embrace, the MENA area is undoubtedly seeing an increase in innovative services and uptake by both consumers and companies, he added. 90% of the $6 trillion daily foreign currency market. This could simply mean a bare minimum of $10 XRP. What do you guys think? This is really big. China wants to prevent XRP adoption in the United States, so the SEC comes in handy, says Patrick L. Riley, CEO of Reaper Financial. He has commented on the position of XRP in the emerging economic competition between China and the United States, noting that the current Ripple SEC action isn't just a court dispute, it's a war. China wishes to halt the adoption of XRP in the United States. Riley said that China has been influencing Bitcoin for years and has not sick its dogs on the main cryptocurrency, despite the country's prohibition on crypto trade and mining. He feels that what China wanted was to prevent XRP acceptance in the United States because it stops America from falling under. In this sense, he remarked that the SEC's action against Ripple Labs is more than a court dispute. It's a war. The legal battle against Ripple was launched by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in December 2020, and it is currently ongoing as the parties to this lawsuit score little victories against each other. The Ripple CEO and the XRP army expect that the matter will be resolved in 2023, with Garlinghouse believing that it will happen in the first quarter. China has been developing its own central bank digital currency, CBDC, often known as digital yuan. It has been working on it for several years and stepped up its efforts after Facebook announced plans to launch a stablecoin backed by a basket of the most popular fiat currencies in 2019 to 2020. Facebook's initiative has been placed on hold, but the Chinese one has already been tested with actual people in their wallets. Back in 2019, crypto Twitter gurus like Anthony Pompliano were urging the United States to introduce digital USD as soon as feasible. They anticipated that if China launched their CBDC before the US, China would overcome the US in the developing global field of digital banking. The Fed Reserve then began investigating the creation of a Fed coin. Some in the cryptocurrency industry, however, questioned the concept of the US adopting a CBDC. Among them was the well-known leaker Edward Snowden. CBDCs, he said, are a perversion and crypto-fascist money. Many crypto Twitter users expressed fear that by introducing digital yuan, the Chinese government would increase its grip on the population's personal finances, incomes, and expenditures, and that the same may happen in the United States if the Fed launches digital USD. Comment below if you believe China has any involvement in XRP lawsuit. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for regular updates in the blockchain community.